Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talkin Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today. And today we are not going to talk about Sonny Edwards. I don't think we're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez. I don't think we're going to talk about Adrian Broner. We're going to talk about boxing at the Olympics. It's important. It's been a sport that's pretty well been a cornerstone or foundation of the Olympics since they were, quote unquote, invented back in ancient Greece. And it'd be a shame to see boxing not represented at the Olympics due to the shenanigans of the IBA. So the news today dominating this particular issue is that the executive board of the International Olympic Committee recommended just yesterday to the IOC session to withdraw recognition of the IBA, the International Boxing Association, in accordance with Rule 3.7 of the Olympic Charter. The IOC Executive Board also recommended to the IOC session, in the interest of the boxing athletes and the sport of boxing, to maintain boxing on the sports program of the Olympic Games to be held in Paris 2024 next year. To discuss the matter and take a decision, the IOC Executive Board and the IOC President have convened an extraordinary IOC session to be held remotely on June 22nd. The IBA has been suspended since 2019, and the IOC itself oversaw the 2020 Games held in Japan. For his part, IBA President Umar Kremlev said, quote, "From a disreputable organization named AIBA, governed by someone from the IOC's upper echelon, we committed to and executed a change in the toxic and corrupt culture that was allowed to fester under the IOC for far too long. We have made the International Boxing Association new, transparent, clean for 4 years. The IBA has not received a single opportunity to present its achievements at an in-person meeting with the IOC, rather than only exchange letters and emails instead. We accepted the process and the rules, but in the end, we are not assessed fairly. Now, we are left with no chance but to demand a fair assessment from a competent court." The IBA's rival, World Boxing, applauded the IOC's decision. They said this is a very significant moment as it provides an opportunity for the sport, subject to the decision of the IOC session on the 22nd of June, to move on from the corrosive leadership of the IBA, which has brought boxing to a place where its status as part of the Olympic program is in doubt. The loss of Olympic status would be devastating for boxing and have damaging long-term consequences across the globe for boxers and everyone connected with the sport, from the elite level to the grassroots. World Boxing was established to prevent this catastrophic situation from arising and to create a better future, and is committed to working constructively and collaboratively with the IOC and all other stakeholders to develop a pathway that will preserve boxing's ongoing place on the Olympic program. I thought you guys would be interested in that, as I am, and it is important, in my opinion. Right, let's move on to the heavyweights, because there is a whack of stuff going on in the world right now related to Tyson Fury in particular. So as you may recall, Mauricio Suleiman said the current heavyweight backlog is terrible, and that Anthony Joshua may be officially called to face Tyson Fury for his WBC heavyweight belt. Fury is in the market for an opponent and looking to fight in his home country in September, but is so far struggling to find a man to fill the other corner. So WBC's Suleiman weighs in and says it is a drama. It's so terrible, with so much talent, so many great fights that can be made in the heavyweight division. With what the WBC has done, has been lenient and flexible to try and make that Fury Usyk undisputed heavyweight championship. We have to take some action now. There are different options. I'm going to address this with the Board of Governors because already we're entering June and there's no scenario. Tyson Fury will make us proud and show who the WBC champion is. However, for his part, Tyson Fury, as you may have read, is over in Thailand, and although he's visiting orphanages, a lot of the British fight fans were up in arms, quite frankly, saying the truth of the matter is that there is a bit of an issue with Tyson Fury being in Thailand because they believe, shall we say, Tyson Fury loves the white Charlie, says one of his fans, obviously. And another said, looks like he's back on the nose beers. So Tyson Fury has his detractors, without a doubt, but he's over in Bangkok visiting orphanages and having a good old time, and even went on to quote Nelson Mandela while he was there. As Nelson Mandela once said, there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. This is while he's visiting an orphanage. He added, it's not just a responsibility as a heavyweight champion, but also as a pillar of my faith in Christianity to help those in need. Let's all remember that every child deserves love, care, and opportunities to thrive. So on one hand, you have Tyson Fury making statements of that nature, while on the other, his fans or non-fans are having quite a heyday with his antics. Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr., however, weighed in on this as well and backed Anthony Joshua's decision to ignore a potential fight with Tyson Fury. Because as we all know, it emerged recently that Tyson Fury's team had made attempts to revive talks of a showdown between the two British heavyweights for Fury's WBC belt, by the way. So the pair had previously looked to come close to an agreement before those negotiations did fall through. However, AJ had been planning for an opponent in August, while Eddie Hearn revealed that an offer had been made to Dillian Whyte before ending the year against Deontay Wilder. So for his part, Roy Jones Jr. said, why would anyone come off one of the worst performances they've had in a long time and go and fight Tyson Fury? How much sense does that make? Which one of us believes that, based on his last performance, that he would beat Tyson Fury? Who really thinks that? You've got to get comfortable with your team first before you take a fight of that magnitude. He clearly doesn't have it together with his new trainer yet. So to fight the top guy of the division before having it together with your trainer, how stupid would that be? Woo-wee. So I tell you, man, Tyson Fury is in the headlines today. It doesn't quite end there because adding, shall we say, fuel to the fire, Frank Sanchez enters the ring saying he is ready to fight Tyson Fury anywhere in the world. And with talks on going to decide who will be the next challenger, he waltzes in and says, with Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz ranked 1 and 2 by the WBC and had been unable to agree to a final eliminator, while number 3 ranked Anthony Joshua, as I've just talked about, it looks like he's going to be fighting Dillian Whyte. Sanchez is ranked at number 4 and could very well be next in line to face Fury. He says, this is his manager, Mike Borio. I will repeat what Frank Sanchez has said numerous times. He is willing to fight Tyson Fury at a moment's notice in the US, UK, or anywhere in the world. Mandatories were created for boxers like Frank that champions avoid. I would be overly surprised if Tyson Fury voluntarily fought Frank. Wow. Sanchez holds an unbeaten 22-fight record with 15 stoppages and worked with Saul Canelo Alvarez trainer Eddie Reynoso. So in my opinion, Frank Sanchez is the best heavyweight in the world, said Borio, trained by the best trainer in the world, Eddie Reynoso. Tyson probably thinks it's too much risk with easier fights out there, but I'm hoping he proves me wrong. So there you have it, fight fans. All the news fit to print. Carl says Frank Sanchez has no profile. He's number 4. So of course he would fight Fury. Nobody knows who he is. Yeah, but there's nobody else left out there. Anyway, nice to see you on board here, Carl. Appreciate it. Appreciate your show very much as well. Last Bell Boxing, 2 thumbs up. Anyway, thanks for joining me here on Talk and Fight. Appreciate it very much. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see you later on at 4 p.m. when I join Subject Ben and Mike Orr for their show. Knuckle up.